Over the weekend, protesters from Joplin for Justice and Bridge the Gap, Northwest Arkansas, caravan to Zinc, Arkansas, the reported home of the national director of the Ku Klux Klan, before barbecue. Action 12's Deja Bickham joins us live in the studio. Deja, you talked to some of those that made the trip. What did they say about that experience?
Andy, they tell me that racism not only impacts those local communities that surround the KKK compound, but it also impacts the reputation of the Ozarks as well. And awareness is a huge part of the solution.
The presence, the energy of hate and bigotry is there.
Diversity chased me down. Diversity is chasing down the last white community anywhere. No child left white.
We don't want to go down there and be the first black people that some of these people have ever met, and be the angry, hateful, violent people that everybody else in the area has told them about.
Clark says he organized the protest as a way to extend an olive branch.
Everybody like to eat, right? So let's start and let's create a common ground and let's move from there.
As lead organizer for Joplin for Justice, it was really important that we have a presence there. There was a lot of narrative happening while we were in Zinc, Arkansas. Some of that came directly from the KKK.
But some of the dialogue came from community members who don't agree with the methods of the KKK.
All right, y'all, we are here with, what's your name, sir?
Kevin Stage.
We're here with Kevin. He's a Zinc community member. He's just going to talk about a little bit about the impact that having the compound of the KKK here has on the climate and the culture of this community.
It gives us a negative effect. Everybody's like, Harrison, Arkansas is the most racist town in America. Now, back in the day when it was all over Harrison, I get that. 100% terrible. But now, is that stuff still going on? Very little.
We have to work with these people. Otherwise, it's just us standing outside of the building, yelling and saying Black Lives Matter. Who's going to take the next step and go inside of the building and say, hey, Black Lives Matter? And that's what Bridge the Gap's about.
Our intention when partnering with Bridge the Gap Northwest Arkansas and other activist groups is not simply to cause trouble and agitate people. It is to bring awareness and change. And unfortunately, making people uncomfortable in their bigotry and hate is part of that process.
Joplin for Justice and Bridge the Gap NWA plan to continue their partnership together in the future. And Andy, Aaron Clark, as you saw in that video, has announced his plans to run for city council in the city of Rogers.
All right, Deja, thank you very much.